I'd rather be broke than swagless. I'd rather be broke than swagless, bro. And that's just the truth of the matter, okay? I've been in the hills, I've been in many rich neighborhoods and things like that, or just many places. And it's like, yes, you can be rich, especially when you look at the crypto world and the Bitcoin world. You look at these worlds, bro, but then you look at these people and you look at the quality of their soul and the quality of their life. Yes, they may have money, but they got no swag. They got no swag. Some of the biggest artists that are shoved in our faces, they have no swag. We go further and further into a swagless world. Maybe because of capitalism, you could dub it on many things, but oh my gosh, I used to say this phrase, rock what you have. And I love this phrase so much because it's just like, I'm going to come into this world and present to the world myself. That's all I have. All I have is the clothes that I have. I don't have crazy money to go buy the craziest stuff right now. I got these rings. I got this bracelet on. I got these pants that I love so much. It's all these things that have generated sentimental value in my life that I love, and I rock what I have. And we can look out to all these other places and see like, oh man, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. Oh, look at that little nice thing, or this person's reaching this amount of success, and or we could just look at our own lives and realize that how many blessings and how many times we've been saved without knowing we've been saved, and just all of these things. Because it's just, I'd rather be broke than swagless. Swag can bring you into many rooms. Swag can make you appear in many places that you would never appear if you did not have swag. Life experience and taste equates to swag. Experience. I'd rather have the experience. I'd rather have the, oh, it went up and down, but all of these things I learned on the downs I can apply on the up. And that makes it such a beautiful thing. That makes life such a beautiful thing, because I see a lot of complaints about money, but the crazy part about money, like, I swear, man, people get into the saving mindset, but then you treat money like a prison. Instead, you should treat money like beauty and just let money exist and just throw it where you need to, or send it out and make it work for you as a tool instead of being so scared of it. Because being broke as hell, you could look at people who are broke as hell and you could look at their habits and know why they're broke as hell, know why they're failing financially. But if you muster up the courage and confidence inside yourself to realize your gifts in this world, then you can apply said gifts in this world. That's just what can happen. That's just what can happen. COVID had a way, I feel like during COVID times, we were way more loving with each other, because if you take away something and then we realize how much it matters to have that same something, which was togetherness. We were robbed of togetherness, and that made us so much more together. But now we're outside, and it's just kind of, it feels like everybody is this socially anxious, white, crusty-eyed dog. Like even being in the store, or just being around town, being around many places, it just seems like, not that you gotta say, oh, hey, neighbor, and hey, hi, everybody, but it's just like, we're both human on this earth. We could have the common decency to say, yo, what up, or give a little smile, give a little wave. But Earth is so lonely feeling because of the way we do this and the way we operate on this level. How do we reverse this? Open up the world. And we don't understand. The greatest things come from people, from our relationships with people. The greatest unlocks and the greatest life lessons come from deep, beautiful conversation. And if we're not having these conversations, we're not even allowing ourselves to run across the random moments of life. How do we expect life to get better? You looking at the past, I got amnesia to the past. You got to wake up with an amnesia to the past. Every single day has to be anew. Because if you got to look at it this way. If you thinking the same thoughts from yesterday, how the hell are you going to progress in life? If you waking up and you think you feeling the same feelings and thinking the same thoughts of yesterday, you have to have amnesia. Amnesia in rejection, amnesia in everything. Because if you have amnesia, you are able to just step forward in this life. Where my glasses at? You're able to just step forward in this life. Clean slate. Every single day is a clean slate. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Every day should be a clean slate. But I see too many people talk about the same things without making new moves. Action. Action. You will go so much further with unconscious action than you will go with thinking and thinking you need to polish and perfect everything, your speech. And no, you are correct. Whatever you are today is the best that you have today. Step forward with whatever that is. You don't gotta feel the best. There's so many times where I performed the greatest when I felt like shit. Okay? Stop worrying about that so hard. You need a certain amount of conditions, bro. And the Drake song Star 67, Lil Wayne's like, I need to go to the studio with a subject. Need some substance. He says, what are you doing? I go to the studio with clips, ammo. And what that line means, he's going in the studio, he's freestyling. He don't know what he gonna say prior to the song. He don't know what he's gonna say prior to the song. But he's gonna go in there, fresh mind, and just rip it. Probably sipping some codeine. I ain't telling you, you can skip the codeine part. But you can go inside, wherever it is that you do, with that fresh perspective and that just vital energy. It's pretty crazy how non-high energy shit is. I see people walk around. I spoke on this before too. I see people walk around and it's almost like you guys grandmas and grandpas, you ain't got no energy, no vitality in you. What's up with that? What's going on with that? I don't understand that. I don't get that. Don't get it. Because there's so much life. I spend a lot of time outside. A lot of time in the sun, a lot of time in the garden, in the grass. And spending time with these things and just watching them exist and see how they exist and see how they just sprout up and just so beautiful and green. We need to take a page out of that book and exude beauty as nature does. Because we are a part of nature. But it ain't beauty when you just sitting laying there down on your phone, bruh. It's not beauty, bruh. It's not beauty, bruh. When you moving like that. It's not beauty. When you laying down sedentary as if you 80 years old at 20. Because that's the thing. I see 20-year-olds, like, I see youngins, bruh. Youngins, even younger than that, living a life where it's like you might as well be 90 bedridden the way you live in life. This is no way to live life. Pipe up. Remembering your inner child is cool, but growing older is so beautiful because you can grow older without being a cornball. Because I think why we're scared to grow old because we see older people and we realize they're some fucking cornballs and they whack as hell. Okay? But you can grow older and you can still maintain the swag. You can maintain the swag. You feel me? You can maintain the swag, bruh. It's possible. It's possible to grow older, and it's almost like, because we see the people they grow older, but it's almost like they're 16 still. Why? Because they maintain, because it's not about being a kid, it's about maintaining the energy of a baby, which is so pure and so flowy. It's a flowy state that children exist in. And we can see the adults that still bask in that. because their energy is so light when we see them, and they're so present, and they're so able to live life and impart wisdom in a way where they're not talking and baby talking to people. They're treating everybody the same, but they just look so beautiful while doing it. They just look so beautiful while doing it. Why do they look so beautiful while doing it? Because they have learned something. What did they learn? That growing older doesn't have to be this thing, this what people make it out to be. Like people make it out growing older with aches and pains. No, it doesn't have to be that. It could be with love and a lust for life. Love and lust for life. You could allow beauty to exist forever in your life while growing older, by living it on your terms. Because that's the thing, I see a lot of people, they not living life on their terms. That's why they don't like growing older, because they go further and further into the prisons that they have built, and they have not broken out of these prisons and these traps that they have set for themselves. Life is always about breaking out of a trap. Traps are everywhere for everyone. We make them ourselves. But you can break out of every single one of these, because growing older doesn't have to be the definition that your fucking aunt or uncle or grandpa or grandma who's complaining about it. It doesn't have to be the thing that they said. It could be, you could create your own definition of it, which is what I do on a daily basis. Because if I was growing older, as I've seen my elders grow and things, and seeing their attitude towards it, I see their attitude towards it. That's not my attitude. I'm way more optimistic. I'm blindly optimistic about it. Because my life, and that's just the matter of that. We'll end on this fact. And that's just a matter of it, bro. Because you decide what your outro is. Life is making an album. You decide with the intro and the between tracks and the outro. You decide all of that. With whether you know it or not, you have decided the sequence. And if you're not liking the sequence, or you're not liking the sound of the music that your life is playing, maybe you have to sit down and have that conversation with yourself. Because life is so damn beautiful, bruh. Life is so damn beautiful. It pisses me off. Life pisses me off. It sends me down many places, bro. But without the thrill and the suspense and all these other emotions, beauty can exist. Without the conflict, what book you reading, what movie you watching where it ain't got no conflict in it, where it ain't got no, it don't exist. You wouldn't watch it. Movies were modeled after life. Keep writing your story. Keep making your movie. And if you don't like your movie, take this part. Maybe take it out. Look at this part. Maybe this part exists right here. Maybe this part right here should be right here. It's all about structure, routine, discipline. And it's crazy, structure, routine, and discipline. I'm a free thinker. I'm a free doer. I don't know bounds. But there's a structure and guardrails that you have to throw down, no matter who you are. Because if you're born with guardrails, you're like a guardrail person. Everything inside the guardrails we need to stay inside of it. If you're this type of person, you need to go jump out of a plane. You need to go do some crazy shit. But if you're the type of person who's always jumping over the rail, which is me, I'm the type to always jump over the rail, to always do some crazy ass shit. If you learn structure and discipline, you're able to become a sniper in your shots, because you have such a wild energy. You're able to just bang, 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 bang. So I seen this beautiful thing that the Twitter user, I think Bonesaw MD, said, bro. And it's just like, whatever your nature is, just remember the inverse of your nature, bro. And if you learn how to combine both of these, your life is beautiful. Your life is complete, and your life is fantastic. Feminine, masculine, anima, animus. Peace.